What is the Google Authenticator? It's a two-step authentication process that Google offer to secure their services, as well as offering it for use by third-party applications as well. A two-step process is adding an additional step to the login process, in addition to the normal username and password that you'd normally have used. In the case of the Google Authenticator, it does this by issuing typically a 6-digit password that is only valid for a very brief period of time, such as 60 seconds. So it has to be used straight away or it's no longer valid. Now this makes it extremely difficult for anyone to hack into your account, as not only do they have to know or correctly guess your username and password, they'd also have to know what the current and constantly changing security token was at that point in time. So where do you get the security token from? You can install an app, which is created by Google, on your smartphone. So when you go to log into your WordPress site, you'd go to the login page as normal, start up the Google Authenticator app on your phone, which would then present you with the current security token for your site. A small timer gives an indication as to how much longer it will be live for. On your WordPress admin login page, you need to enter your normal WordPress username and password, and then also enter the current 6-digit code that the app on your smartphone is displaying. If you take too long, then a new code will automatically be generated. So what do you need to do to implement this, and where can you get it? Well, let's take a look. The first thing you're going to need is the smartphone app. Now, I use Android, and this is the Google Authenticator app in the Google Play Store, but it's also available for iPhone and BlackBerry as well. The next thing you're going to need is the WordPress plugin, and you can get this from the WordPress plugin directory. Just do a search for Google Authenticator and then install that to your site. After you've activated the plugin in WordPress, you aren't going to see a new menu entry or anything under settings or tools. The reason for this is that the plugin works on a per user basis, so the options you need are to be found under the user menu options. If you click on the administrator user ID and scroll down, you'll see a new section like this. Enter the basic details it asks for and then click on the button to generate a QR code if one isn't showing already. Use the smartphone app to scan the QR code. On Android, if you haven't already got an app to scan QR codes, you'll need to download one from the Play Store. There are plenty of free ones to choose from. The Authenticator app will use this when you choose to set up a new account. Remember, this plugin works on a per user basis, so you need to make sure it's active for any users you want to use it. It's not something that basic subscribers to your website would need to use, as they've got limited access to what they can see and do in the back end of the site. However, it would be appropriate, definitely for administrators and possibly for anyone contributing content or publishing content. In saying that, it takes me to the one thing that people seem to forget, and that is to make sure that you tick this box. If you don't tick this, it simply will not work. I've seen people leave bad reviews for this plugin saying it doesn't work, and it's just because they didn't tick this to activate it. The last thing you need to do is test that it's all worked. If you go to your WordPress admin, you should now see, in addition to the normal prompt for username and password, that you have an additional field to fill in for the Google Authentication code. Start the app up on your smartphone and get the code for your site and enter it here. Remember, the code is time sensitive, and if you miss it, then a new code will be generated and you'll need to enter that. This is a simple but highly effective way to protect your site from not only brute force attacks, but also from anyone that has somehow managed to find out your username and password and attempts to log in manually. As with just about every security prevention measure, it's not 100% foolproof though. If your phone is lost or stolen, then someone wanting to break into your site would have access to the authentication code. Of course, they'd also have to know your username and password, and they would have to be specifically targeting you if they were to go to the lengths of tracking you down and stealing your phone. I think for most people this is not likely to happen, and this plugin and app combination provide a superb level of security.